like to invite Goonjeta to the screen to join us, Bug Bounty Hunter. We're going to talk about women in cyber, the paradigm shift. Give her a minute to log in and get ready. Hello,
Hi,
how are
everybody.
you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you for joining us today.
So
I'm
happy
going
to
to
be
hand it.
here.
Oh, it's been great, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Having everybody in Discord and being able to play some games. Fantastic. So I have here that you're going to be talking about the paradigm shift. Really looking
totally.
forward to that. All right, I'm going to hand it over to you. Thank you very much for speaking at Wicked Six.
Okay, I'll just share my screen. Okay, so hello, everybody, and welcome to this talk, Women in Cyber, the Paradigm Shift. My name is Goonjeta Malhotra, and I am an OSCP. So I'll talk about it more later, but to just start it out, here are some of the talking points, the things that I'll be talking about today. Women hackers, the backbone of this industry. Then I'll be talking about the paradigm shift, which is an important and a much needed change that we are seeing in this industry. There has been a shift from a more male dominated industry to one that is welcoming and supportive towards females and women who are coming up in this field. Further, I'll be talking about reasons why you should enter this field and the career opportunities for women in this field, why we need more women in this industry, how they are bringing about the change, and what all opportunities do women have in this field. Okay, so I'll begin with a brief introduction about myself. Who am I? My name is Goonjeta Malhotra, and I am a bug bounty hunter. I'm also an OSCP, which stands for Offensive Security Certified Professional. Apart from that, I'm also an author and a speaker. Women empowerment is something that I stand for, and I've always promoted it no matter what, be it through bug bounties, be it representing women hackers as speaker at conferences or events like this one. Even when I gave my OSCP exam, I felt so proud that I get to represent the strong and empowered women of this industry. I wanted to show people that women are no less. We can do all of this, all of those things too. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Women hackers, the backbone of this industry. Women are the backbone of this world, be it any industry, healthcare, medicine, research, space, cybersecurity. Women form a major component of every industry, and it is due to this balance that we see the between genders and the equal ratio of women to men in all of these fields. We see immense growth in all of these fields. Cybersecurity as an industry, it is quite huge when we talk about the prospects and opportunities present. So there are so many skills to learn. The learning is endless, and in an industry where there is huge growth, it is bound to boom. It is bound to reach great heights. But all of this would be impossible if we did not have enough women in this field. Now, a little bit of a backstory here. I'll take you back to a time when I started out initially, back in 2018. I did not know or come across any female hackers. There were definitely a small but strong bunch of women in the industry, particularly women hackers, but I never got that opportunity to reach out to a female hacker, just to talk or gain insights, know about their experiences, or ask any questions that I had at that time. This was mostly because there were just not enough women in this field, not enough women hackers who are actively working in this field. At that time, it was definitely a very male dominated industry. But at the same time, I never once saw a man who would degrade women. The people I knew, the mentors I had, for those of you who might have heard my previous talks, you must be knowing that for me, my brother has been my greatest mentor. But even then, when I saw what I saw, there were a lot of men empowering women. It was not just women uplifting other women, but also all the men, all the males in this field, they were all empowering women. It was also a very much needed change because, every little bit forms a huge chain. So it was a very much needed change and it had to start from somewhere. It started with these little footsteps, and now it's grown into a movement. Nowadays, there are so many women who are coming up in this field, and there are so many more who are highly experienced as well. So, for a newcomer, like for those of you who are new in this field, it's very easy for you to reach out to a female hacker or any women in this industry. We're all really, really open about discussions, empowering each other, and uplifting each other. But earlier, there was a time, that I myself have experienced, and I've actually seen it where a lot of men were empowering and encouraging women. They still do that to this day. Eventually, as times changed, the industry became more and more inclusive, more and more welcoming. There are so many opportunities for women. A lot of companies now want to hire women to uplift them and give them that equal power in the industry. I am a firm believer that everything works best when it is balanced, be it in terms of pay scales, be it gender equality, or the workforce. Women are such great leaders, so confident, so skilled, that when you see things beyond the gender barrier, your vision just gets way clearer. You understand that need for equality, for that balance. There is a very nice quote: when women do better, economies do better. And I so relate to this. It's just like I said, women have such a huge role to play in this industry. It is only for them to see that in themselves and actually feel that. We, as speakers, as mentors, we are all here to guide you and empower you. But ultimately, it is only you who can empower yourself. It is for you to have that courage and determination. You need to have that confidence in yourself. You need to know, you need to realize it, that you deserve it, you worked hard for it. And if you're passionate about something, then I would definitely say go for it. If cybersecurity is a field that calls you, if you actually feel that you can bring about change in this field, then by all means, go for it. Next, let's talk about the paradigm shift. Okay, so cybersecurity is often seen as an industry, and the careers are seen as such, that they require females to have some kind of extra ability to accomplish the same things as men in the field. That is not true. Women need to have that same technical skills that a man has, and trust me, you will land that job. And more than that, the main thing that women need is that passion, the passion to go for it, the having that trust, having that confidence in yourself, and the technical skills you learn those with time. If cybersecurity brings joy to you, then just go for it, and rest assured you will never regret it. When I think back to the time when I was 18 years old and I decided that yes, cybersecurity is the field for me, this is where I see myself growing, being recognized, and even along my journey, I'd love to uplift and encourage more women to come up in this field. And to this day, I feel it was the best decision, the best choice that I made, and I am so grateful for those who guided me to it. The reason many people feel that cybersecurity is it's a very male-dominated field is due to this image. Now, this image is of a hacker in a hood, but there are a lot of people, I'm just talking about this generally, there are a lot of people who feel that this kind of represents a man, a hooded figure, representing the men of this industry. Well, I say otherwise. I say it is the way you see it. It is what you believe and think of it that it seems to you that it's the image of a male hacker. Personally, when I see this image, what comes to my mind is this is an anonymous person, unbiased. There are no gender boundaries. There is no distinction of any, there's just no distinction here. And the hoodie just adds to the element of mystery. So for me, this is a very accurate image for this field because it does not matter if I am a woman or a man. It does not matter if I'm in India or in France. I can be anybody. So see things differently. That would not only help you realize these little things, but you will notice that this kind of creativity also goes a long way, even in careers. And cybersecurity is such a field that you need to be creative here. If you want to create new exploits, if you want to research on something, you need to have that creative mindset. So never stop at a certain mindset. Broaden your minds. You must look beyond. Further, let's talk about the reasons why you should enter this field. So here are some of the reasons that you should enter this field: job security, high pay, workforce diversity, breaking stereotypes, incentives for women, and you get to make a real impact. Job security, because demand is far outpacing supply in the cybersecurity sector. And we all know that cyber attacks aren't going away anytime in the foreseeable future. So if you want to have a career that you can rely on, something that you can for learning and have the field which requires it requires and your skills need to be top notch. And when we talk about top notch skills, it goes without saying that salaries in cybersecurity industry are pretty high. Further, we have workforce diversity. So companies are eagerly seeking women in cybersecurity. They want to diversify their workforce. Big companies and government agencies, you name it, they all lack diversity. And in order to recognize it and diversify their workforce, companies are actively looking for more women in this field. They want more women working in their company. Breaking stereotypes. This one is my favorite. Bring that balance, bring that equality to the industry. That's how we break stereotypes. To do this, women themselves need to remove the barriers from their minds, their hearts. Women need to enter this field in higher numbers, and they need to work towards removing all of these stereotypes, all of these biases that have been created. We need to demand equal pay and act as role models for other women who are hoping to enter this field. When I come across young girls or even women who have somehow inspired to maybe join this field or to take up a certain job, it feels amazing knowing that something led them to make that decision, which was life changing for them. They get to do something which they're actually passionate about. And that brings immense pleasure to me. Further, we have incentives for women. So there are a lot of scholarships, there are a lot of incentives that that companies or organizations are bringing about for women. A lot of organizations are helping provide women with not only the multiple career opportunities in this field, they're also providing them with that basic skill set that they need to enter into this field, the basic knowledge, be it through CTFs, be it through networking. So a lot of organizations are actively working on this. And when I think about organizations, there are some which instantly come to my mind, like the Women's Society of Cyber Jutsu. They are doing so much to encourage and uplift women, be it organizing events, be it holding sessions and talks. We are here today because somebody organized the session. I'm here sharing my experiences, talking to you about things that are close to my heart. I was given this platform and I feel blessed that I can share my experiences and my thoughts with you and maybe inspire some of you. Further, we have making a real impact. Now, if you're the kind of person making an impact on people's lives, then this is definitely the field for you. And I don't want you to think of it as, the field being limited to just bug bounties or networking or incident response, red teaming, blue teaming. If you feel that you want to help people from cybercrime, if you want to help them from frauds, then there are so many opportunities as well, even for those things. Government to recruit more people and women because they want to diversify their workforce. So this particular area has such a huge need of more and more skilled people. So if there is that this is something that calls you, if you want to help out people, then I would suggest just go for it. Further, we also have career opportunities. So there are a lot of career opportunities in this field. Cybersecurity, as we say, it's a very in-demand profession these days because almost everything is on the internet now. We have banking applications, we have company websites, social media applications. There's a high peak in cyber fraud. So, like I mentioned earlier, the opportunities are endless. We have cryptographers, incident responders, we have project managers, security analysts, and cybercrime investigators. But if you feel that this is a very technical field, then you're wrong. There are also a lot of non-technical career opportunities. There are jobs such as project managers for, cybersecurity teams. You have cyber legal advisors. So it's not necessary that you have that technical mindset. You do not need to have that. If you just have the passion, you can go for it. Because see, ultimately it all boils down to what motivates you and what excites you. Just have that faith in yourself and the courage that you can do it. And if you ever need advice, then we are all here. The cybersecurity community is very, very inclusive. Never be afraid to reach out. And I hope that this talk cleared up some things for you. I hope that my opinions and the things I shared with you, be it about opportunities or my ideas for having more women hackers in this industry, I hope that brought about a change and inspired some of you. And yeah, always feel free to reach out. We as speakers, as mentors, we are always here to guide you. So never feel shy to ask a question. I knew that when I joined this field, I was kind of a bit hesitant on who should I ask, who should I talk to, uh, if I ever had any kind of questions. But for you at this time, at this stage, there are a lot of women hackers. There are a lot of people in this field that you can just reach out to, and they're inclusive, they're welcoming. So you'll always get your answer, and never feel shy about that. If you've got any questions, I can take this up now, and feel free to reach me at LinkedIn.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you for the wonderful presentation. I'm going to be watching Discord to see if there's any questions. We'll just give it a couple of minutes because of the delay. But fabulous presentation. We really appreciate. And there's no way you can be that old. There's no way.
Totally.
um, no, I really genuinely loved your talk. That was great.
Thank you so much.
We definitely need more women in cyber.
Definitely. It feels great, even interacting with women hackers. Because, like I mentioned, when I joined this industry at the age of 18, I did not have many people to look up to. And if you actually want to grow, you always need some kind of guidance, some kind of motivation or inspiration, somebody to look up to. And for the newcomers coming into this field, they have so many of us who they can just reach out to, and everybody, with open arms, you're welcoming. Like, we'll be there to answer your questions. So that's a great, great change that has come about.
Excellent. All right. Well, it doesn't look like we have any questions, but you
Okay,
never know. Please do hang out with us in session two chat and perhaps engage the audience there and see if they have any questions, or feel free to share your slides as well. Thank you so
definitely.
much.
Thank you.